Number 6, we want transportation.
This is indeed a disturbing universe.
Hello, greetings and welcome. Welcome to the Stereo 999 YouTube channel. I am your host, the artist formerly known as Stereo Steve. Welcome to another video. If you're new here, welcome. Hope you dig it. Hope you dig it enough to watch some other videos, maybe like or subscribe or any of that. If you're a repeat viewer, one of my real or imaginary friends that keeps coming back to watch my antics, welcome. Always good to have you around. You guys are the best. Anyway, for this video, I'm going to continue with my reverse alphabet. What I've been doing is trying to reorganize my records in reverse alphabetical order. Because usually I start with A and give up by the time I get to M, because M is a cluster fluck. So I decided to start with Z, work my way back, and this week we will talk about the letter V. These are not the records I think are the best or all-time favorites or anything. They're just the records that I feel like talking about, that I looked at and I said, yeah, I could talk about this record. So let's just get into it. This is Gino Vanelli, Brother to Brother. You might know him from the song which is on this record. I just want to stop for your love. And this is from what, 1978. Yeah, so I don't know. Might be regarded as a one-hit wonder, but this is one of those albums where the hit song is mellow, but there are other tracks on the album that actually go pretty hard. Like the title track. The title track is, how long is that? The title track that is like 7 minutes long and goes into some crazy funk jazz fusion-y territory. Yeah. Very 70s. Gino Vanelli. Okay. All right. While we're in V, I should mention this band, the Violent Femmes, and I wanted a more unusual record instead of the first album that everybody has. This is what ended up being bonus tracks on the CD version. This is a 12-inch single with Ugly and Gimme the Car that are not on the album, and Gone Daddy Gone and Good Feeling. It's a German pressing. But yeah, these 12-inch 45 singles are fun to have because, you know, it's really good sound quality. And you can play them at 33. We'll get back to that later. Okay, this next one, this is kind of a new wave obscurity. The band is called Viva Beat, and the album is called Party in the War Zone from 1981 on the famous Charisma label, which most people associate that label more with progressive rock than new wave, because they had Genesis, you know, Selling England by the Pound was on the Charisma label. The Bo Hansen Lord of the Rings album was on the Charisma label. But yeah, Viva Beat, they were kind of a forgotten footnote in new wave. They had a minor hit with a song called Man from China. but they were pretty good. I think one of them was in the band Japan, but I'm not entirely sure. But yeah, this is some new wave cheap heat because this turns up in the bin le bargain fairly often. All right. Tom Verlaine, of course, the brilliant guitarist from the band Television. This is his third solo album, Words from the Front. And this record made quite an impression on me back in the day, which would be like, what, 1983? Okay, the album was released in 1982. But the last song, Days on the Mountain, it has this really hypnotic, kind of robotic beat. But it's very hypnotic with these layers of clean guitars, and it's just, it's a very unusual and very nifty song. Words from the Front is a goodie too. It's just solid. It's just solid. It's, you know, it's not exactly Television. It's got a little more of an 80s sheen to it, but I love this record. Let's see. Van de Graaff Generator. And this is their first album, the Aerosol Gray Machine. Most people talk about Pawn Hearts or some of their later albums, but there is some good stuff on this record. Aquarian, I'm an Aquarian, and Octopus, Necromancer. Yeah, this one is, you know, I was gonna say this one is short and concise songs compared to their later stuff, and then I'm looking and the songs are 7 and 8 minutes. But I still stand by that statement, if you know what I mean. Okay. Van Halen. This is the UK pressed 12-inch single of Jump. And it's got Jump. And then on the flip side, it's got Running with the Devil and House of Pain. And y'all need to experience the 12-inch 45 RPM cut of Running with the Devil played at 33. Yeah. Okay, the Ventures. I got a few Ventures. This one's kind of sentimental. I picked it up when I was in high school from a friend of mine who sold it to me really cheap. But yeah, I ripped off this little statement on the back on my Window Pane Industries record. I kind of twisted it around. Yeah. Okay, a couple more. This is another Velvet Underground like compilation from the early 70s. I guess 72 this came out on that Pride label, which is the same label that Guess Who thing came out on. But this is a really interesting collection because it starts out, That's the Story of My Life, which is sort of kind of the title. And then Sister Ray, and then Lady Godiva's Operation. So yeah. But yeah, this is a good sounding vinyl cut of Sister Ray, if you want to crank that one up. And this is VU with 7 Grain. This is from 2002. And this was a jazzy hip-hop group called Variable Unit, which they didn't really print anywhere on there. But I don't know, were they in their own world? Were they never heard of the Velvet Underground? Because, you know, when I listen to this, when I used to use Last FM, it would actually auto-correct to Velvet Underground.
But this is a cool record if you like that early 2000s jazzy hip hop sound. And as you can see, they've got live horns and bass and drums. It's not all samples. It's a good record. All right.
Oh no, you can't leave yet. You gotta have a nice cup of tea with me.
What connects these two albums and these CDs? What is the connecting thread? I'll tell you after the intermission.
A lot of pressure going for me. It's just terrible. It's like pressure, like a heaviness. It's always on top of me, that heaviness, always there. Other guys wake up in the morning, new day, up and at 'em. I wake up, the pressure, the heaviness is waiting for me, nice, the heaviness. And sometimes I even talk to it. And I say, hi, heaviness. And the heaviness looks back at me, today you're going to get it good, you know. You'll be drinking early today.
Do you realize what effect television has on a parent trying to read the Bible? He has a choice to make, either the Bible or the TV program. He soon closes the Bible to watch the program.
This CD, this is a promo thing I got when I worked at Tower Records, and this is the soundtrack to the movie Suburbia. Not the punk movie Suburbia, but the 1997 movie Suburbia, which the movie is kind of meh, but there's some great music in this soundtrack, including a couple of Sonic Youth tracks that you can't really find elsewhere, an early version of Sunday and Bee Song, and it also features the song Town Without Pity by Gene Pitney, which was his big hit, I think, in 1958. This is Gene Pitney Sings Worldwide Winners, which the liner notes speak of how many countries the great 50s and early 60s crooners songs. Okay, this record's from 1963. Okay, well, now I see what's going on here. But, you know, it's got a collection of his songs, including Hello, Mary Lou, Town Without Pity, Man Who Shot Liberty Valance, and, yeah, Gene Pitney. Now, this Ronnie Montrose album, this is called Open Fire, and it's not really like the band Montrose. He's kind of doing a classy instrumental album along the lines of Jeff Beck with some orchestrations. And this is a nice record. It turns up a lot in bargain bins. And he does a cover of Town Without Pity, which was kind of a minor hit. Ronnie Montrose, rest in peace. You can only sustain that so much.
So again, thank you. Thank you for watching. If you got this far, extra thank you. If you're new here, you can like and subscribe and all that if you want. You can go watch some of my other videos because you missed them, if you just got here. My repeat viewers and recurring commenters, there is no device that can gauge how much I appreciate y'all. So thanks for being there, and I'll see you next week. Keep rocking, and peace.
That's it. I'm getting out of here.